Today in this episode, Newcastle captain Bruno Guimarães is entering an open conflict with the club management and demands an immediate move to London Arsenal. David Beckham and Lionel Messi are preparing the most viral and insane summer transfer to Inter Miami, while Barcelona is storming Borussia Dortmund to secure Karim Adeyemi. Hit the like button and subscribe, and let us get started. The transfer drama surrounding Bruno Guimarães has shifted into top gear. The captain of the Magpies has turned against the club hierarchy and explicitly declared his desire to leave St. James's Park for a move to Arsenal. The Brazilian has only just returned from the World Cup, where his national team crashed out in the round of 16 against Norway, and he is now using ultimatum tactics to force his switch to the camp of the reigning Premier League champions. Mikel Arteta and Edu are playing this game with great subtlety and caution. The Londoners' offer is already on the table. They are willing to splash out a maximum of £60 million sterling for the defensive midfielder. While reports of a crazy £80 million fee are currently circulating in the press, our sources indicate this is merely agent gamesmanship to inflate the price. In turn, the Gunners are strictly sticking to their financial valuation and have no intention of overpaying for the 28-year-old player to avoid falling foul of stringent financial fair play regulations. Arsenal is simply leveraging the player's own pressure on the Newcastle bosses. For Newcastle, however, this situation represents a complete and utter disaster as a highly damaging trend emerges at the club. Last summer, they lost Alexander Isak amid controversy and strikes, with the forward refusing to play before eventually forcing through a blockbuster move to Liverpool for a record £125 million sterling. Now, history is repeating itself. Eddie Howe has already lost Sandro Tonali this week, who joined Tottenham for £100 million, while Anthony Gordon departed for Barcelona in an €80 million deal. Allowing their captain and ultimate fan favorite Guimarães to leave as well would essentially mean admitting the helplessness of the project. True, combined from the sales of Isak, Tonali, Gordon, and a potential transfer of Bruno, the Magpies will rake in a staggering amount of money, close to £365 million sterling. But when you constantly sell off your talismanic players, it becomes incredibly difficult to challenge for top spots in the Premier League. This is especially true after the team finished way down in 12th place and missed out on European football entirely. Instead of targeting established stars, the board is now pivoting toward a total youth movement and has already confirmed several new signings. The club announced the acquisition of left-winger Bouzzoumana Touré from Hoffenheim for €47 million, signed 18-year-old central midfielder Sean Stour from Ajax for £23 million, and wrapped up a deal for a new goalkeeper, Hjulmand from Reims, for whom they paid nearly €22 million. Well, there is no getting around it. Eddie Howe has a mountain of work ahead of him. Newcastle is undergoing a complete ground-up rebuild, and it will be fascinating to see how they fare in the upcoming campaign. To me, it remains a massive mystery how they plan to return to the top four with this group of players. The high-profile transfer saga surrounding a potential move for Aurélien Tchouaméni to Manchester United is officially over, and the French midfielder is staying put in Madrid. The 26-year-old anchorman has signed a new long-term contract with Real Madrid until June 2031. Jose Mourinho personally blocked the sale of the Frenchman, viewing him as one of the finest midfield leaders in the modern game and placing his full trust in the player. This case has provided a textbook example of how football agents masterfully manipulate the media space to achieve their own objectives. Over the last 48 hours, Spanish media outlets aggressively hyped up rumors that Manchester United was ready to shell out €100 million for Tchouaméni while offering him mind-boggling financial terms. Yet, immediately after this artificial pressure was applied to the hierarchy of Real, news broke of the new contract extension. In reality, the players' representatives simply used the concrete interest from the English club as leverage to extract a substantially improved financial package from Florentino Pérez. Under the terms of the new agreement, Tchouaméni will pocket €9 million per year net, meaning that when taxes are factored in, Retaining the player will now cost the Madrid club around 18 million euros annually. This avenue is now completely closed for Manchester United, and Michael Carrick's side will have to switch their entire focus to securing Andre Santos from Chelsea or Alex Scott. Let us know in the comments if you think the actions of Tchouaméni's agents represent fair play toward the English club and who Manchester United should buy next to reinforce their defensive midfield unit. David Beckham has cooked up the most hyped and bizarre transfer of the summer. Inter Miami is moving at breakneck speed to finalize a deal for the 40-year-old Cape Verde national team goalkeeper Vozinha. The veteran custodian became the ultimate underdog story of the World Cup, pulling off 18 spectacular saves across 4 matches. Since his contract with Portuguese side Chaves has expired, he will arrive in America completely free of charge, and his modest financial demands will easily fit beneath the strict MLS salary cap. The main driver behind this signing was Lionel Messi himself. As a co-owner in Miami, the Argentine's wishes are effectively written into law. During the World Cup, Vozinha drove Leo absolutely crazy on the pitch by cleanly keeping out 2 of his signature free kicks destined for the top corner. Nevertheless, Messi showed immense respect after the game. Former Milan midfielder Rodney Strasser leaked an inside scoop that Leo personally approached the goalkeeper, embraced him, and invited him to join his team. For the lawyers at Miami, this served as an immediate green light to draw up the paperwork. But the real kicker here is the marketing angle. Thanks to a viral social media campaign spearheaded by media powerhouse Kaze TV, Vozinha's Instagram account experienced a nuclear explosion, skyrocketing from 31,000 to 28 million followers. The Cape Verdean has overtaken Iker Casillas to become the most followed goalkeeper on the planet. Beckham lands a commercial goldmine for 0 cost. Inter will generate massive revenue solely from an Apple TV docuseries featuring this 40-year-old self-taught keeper training alongside Messi. Vozinha moves to MLS as an absolute fan favorite, where he does not even need to be a regular starter. He will provide reliable cover from the substitutes bench while generating massive profits for the club in merchandise and sponsorships during his first year alone. With the player openly confirming his readiness to move to the United States and ignoring interest from Brazil and Mexico, the transfer is expected to be wrapped up within a matter of days. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this brilliant business move orchestrated by Leo Messi. Will the veteran succeed in America, or is this purely a stunt for social media clout? The transfer of 24-year-old German winger Karim Adeyemi to Barcelona has reached an advanced stage. The Catalan club has already submitted its opening official financial bid to Borussia Dortmund. The player himself is determined to make the move, having already fully agreed on personal terms for a 5-year contract with the Blaugrana. He has informed the Dortmund hierarchy that he has no intention of extending his current deal, which runs out in 2027. Karim gave strict instructions to his representatives to negotiate exclusively with Barcelona, firmly knocking back an approach from Napoli. For the German club, cashing in on the player makes sense. Adeyemi's role at Dortmund diminished significantly over the second half of the season, a drop in form that even cost him a place at the World Cup. Borussia is ready to offload his wages and will demand a fee in the region of 40 to 50 million euros. Since the Catalans recently secured a massive 210 million euro bank loan to strengthen their squad, they definitely have the funds available for this transfer. The main driving force behind this pursuit is Hansi Flick. The German tactician had dreamed of signing Karim back in 2022 during his time managing Bayern, but Dortmund beat them to the starlet back then. Flick knows the winger's capabilities inside out from their time together in the national team and intends to deploy his explosive pace on either flank, especially given the ongoing rumors regarding a potential departure of Raphinha to Saudi Arabia. Crucially, the purchase of Adeyemi will not interfere with parallel negotiations for Julian Alvarez, who remains the club's primary target for the number 9 role. Thanks to the involvement of agent Jorge Mendes, boardroom talks are moving forward at a rapid pace. Diego Simeone wasted no time. Atletico Madrid has completely finalized negotiations for the transfer of 27-year-old Danish defensive midfielder and Sporting Lisbon captain Morten Hjulmand. The famous "Here we go" from Fabrizio Romano has already sounded. The clubs have begun exchanging documents, and the player is flying to Spain to undergo his medical examination. The Madrid side put a highly substantial check on the table. The guaranteed fixed transfer fee stands at 40 million euros, and Sporting could pocket an additional 5 million in performance-related bonuses. The midfielder's contract is set to run for 5 years, keeping him tied to the club until June 2031. Behind the scenes, rumors suggest that the Colchoneros pivoted rapidly to Morten Hjulmand after cutting off all contact with agent Jorge Mendes following the collapse of a verbal agreement for Bernardo Silva. Previous candidate João Gomes was crossed off the shortlist as a casualty of these boardroom politics, leaving the Dane as priority number 1. For Cholo Simeone, this is the absolute perfect reinforcement for the upcoming campaign. Morten Hjulmand is renowned for his ironclad character, leadership skills, and ability to completely boss the center of the park. He is a classic, combative destroyer with exceptional game intelligence and vision who will anchor that problem defensive midfield spot for years to come. The Dane becomes the third elite signing for Atletico during this frantic summer overhaul, following defender Alejandro Grimaldo and creative spark Lee Kang-in. With a midfield engine room of this caliber, the Madrid outfit is clearly intent on taking the fight to Real and Barcelona in La Liga. A formidable squad is truly taking shape at the Estadio Metropolitano.